Hey everyone, hope everyone is having a good day. This morning I'm taking you out for a walk here in North Carolina. It's mid-July and it's lovely. It's good weather for a walk. I try to get out at 7 a.m. but uh, I got involved with something else and here I am. So as you may have seen in other video I posted, I have been on a weight loss journey, and as of this morning, I am down 24 pounds. I started back in January 1st to be exact. I've been on intermittent fasting for a while now, but somehow it didn't give me as much results as I would have wanted to, although it is a good thing to do because through intermittent fasting, you're burning out, you're burning your glucose, um, and it's just better for overall health. However, I needed a little bit more. And I've been a follower of Mindy Pels, um, who wrote a book, among other books, Fast Like a Girl. And I also followed some other people online before taking this leap on January 1st. And it's Jason Fung, Dr. Berg, and there's some others that their names don't come to my mind right now. But basically, I had to do something, excuse me, much harsher. And that is that I did a 3-day water fast starting January 1st. And it seemed that something clicked in my head, I guess. I had been, thinking about it, and I really thought I couldn't do it. But I did. And that's in my other video if you want to take a look at it. But basically, since January 1st to now, I've lost 24 pounds. And the way I did it, I should say, was a 5-1-1 plan, 5 days of intermittent fasting. 1 day was 1 meal a day, and 1 day was free. You could eat what you want. Now, this past week, last week actually, however, I suddenly became, I reached a plateau and thought, okay, I must do something else. And I fell upon another one of Mindy Pell's YouTube videos on a plan that she's adopted recently, which is the ADF, or alternate day fasting. And it's just what it says. 1 day you eat and 1 day you fast. 1 day you eat and 1 day you fast. And I did a modified version of it, but it did help. And today, as a matter of fact, is another day that I'll be fasting. My next meal will probably be later today, but I want to explain that part. So basically, for those who have a harder time doing the alternate day fasting, and on the day that there should be fasting, they're just finding it difficult in the beginning, it's okay. You can eat, for example, a can of sardines with some avocado, which is what I did. And as soon as I started that, I dropped about 1.5 pounds. So it worked. And on the days that I eat normally, obviously, again, with the ketobiotic lifestyle. that I've been doing since January 1st, and that is trying to keep your carbs um, no more than 50. However, if you do go over, that's okay too. As long as you understand that you must go back to the program, which is what has made it successful for me. It doesn't feel like a diet. It doesn't feel like it's a burden that I wake up grouchy every morning thinking, oh, I got to do this again. No, not at all. My cravings are gone, but if I want to have a slice of bread, I will have it. And then I'll hop back on, or I'll do a prolonged fast. And um, it's been great. For me, it has been great. And not carrying the extra 24 pounds is, is a definite plus. So I must add that during COVID, um, I was in a bad spot mentally. I didn't want to do much. I was definitely depressed, although not extreme depression. It was just like the blues, melancholy, sad, all of those feelings. But um, that caused me to gain 30 pounds in the last 5 years or more, 6 years maybe. And I wasn't able to do much. I started having knee problems, hip problems, aches and pains. So that was the reason why I started also researching on what would work. I like to do things naturally. I don't like to mask these things with uh, taking anything for it aside from maybe supplements. Um, but yeah, so I'm actually back to my weight of 2018 right now, and I'm very, very pleased. So the purpose of this channel is, um, well, there are several purposes or reasons why I started this channel, but mainly is that if I can motivate anyone out there, um, it's doable, it's possible, it is healthy, despite what some people may think of extended fasts. I feel great. And by the way, I had blood work done in the very beginning in January. They weren't that great, but I had one last month and there is improvement. My triglycerides dropped dramatically. They're currently 74. I was at a bad level, high level. Um, and my cholesterol has dropped about 20 points. There's some things still that need correcting, but it's only been 6 months, going on 7. So my next blood work will be in January of 27, and we will see and learn what, if any, improvements have been made. I'm trusting that we will. Yeah, so before I continue, I just wanted to point this out. Before anybody is contemplating or thinking about doing IDF or intermittent fasting, not IDF, intermittent fasting or um, extended fast, I would suggest that you always reach out to your primary care physician. Make sure that it's okay for you because it all depends on your personal health, what your goals are. I am no expert by any means, so this is just my experience, and I want to share it with you. But it's always best to consult with a physician before you start anything that's a little bit drastic. Um, I too thought that it would be very hard for me, but if I could do it, so can you. Uh, so let's talk about goals. When I first started in January, my initial goal, and still is my goal, is to lose 40 pounds. I have about 15 to go, 15, 16 to go, maybe 17. It doesn't matter. I'm not on a clock, and that's what I love. I don't care if I lose 3 pounds a month, 2 pounds a month, 4, 5, whatever, which I've never had, except for the very beginning when I lost like 5 pounds. But I'm enjoying the journey. So even if it is a pound or two a month, it's going down. And basically that's all that I want. That's all that I aspire. And I trust that through this channel and the recording, it also keeps me accountable, which I need accountability as well. And what better way than this? So, yeah, I trust that I will get there. And again, it doesn't matter when, but I will. And if at that time I decide to lose another 10, we will see. We will see. But for now, the thought of having 40 less pounds on me is pretty neat, for sure. Anyway, uh, loving the views. It's just spectacular, peaceful nature. You hear all the critters and the birds chirping away. Just saw deers, a family of deers. That's what you call it, a family. But yeah, eating flowers, of course. Which, by the way, I love gardening, which you may have seen also in my channel. And I had to put cloches over my sedums because they ate everything. So now they're protected, and hopefully they'll go back. Let me just tell you something, share a secret with you. I hate videotaping myself. It's something I've struggled with. It's an insecurity, I suppose, but one that I have to overcome, and I'm willing to do that. Because if you're anywhere like me, my age, I'm in my late 60s, um, you get to a point where you just don't give it one anymore. You just, whatever, attitude. Uh, and it's actually liberating, and it is what it is because I know it's mainly in my head, and nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. And so it's a test, and I will overcome it because you can't live in fear, and I regret living in fear or insecurities for so long, that at least I can do it. I can still change. I can still grow. I can still learn and know what makes Isabel tick, what makes Isabel happy, and how I can reach people and in my situation, who are in my similar situation. They are um, The children are gone. I have grandchildren, but I'm an empty nester, and so basically it's just me. And I'm rediscovering who Isabel is, and I'm loving it. So let's stop where we are now and look to the future, look to what's ahead, and I'm hoping that, again, I can help someone, even just one person, motivate them that it's possible. You just need a little self-love and get out of whatever slump you may or may not be in. It doesn't matter, but life is beautiful. Yes, as I was saying, life is beautiful. Despite having been in slumps, have unpleasant things happen in my life, um, it's still beautiful. And God's been good. He's always been faithful. And I'm so glad to be walking with Him. Um, yeah. And by the way, I'm with you. I'm learning still. I'm pushing myself. I'm not there. I'm not lecturing anybody. I just want to have a group that we can share this journey together. Anyway, we're coming to the final stretch of my walk, and I wanted to just thank you. Thank you for watching. And since this is a new channel, I would love it if you would like, share, subscribe, all those nice things below. Till next time, for another hopefully motivational walk. Take care.